What do you do with your emotions? Many people that I work with tend to compartmentalize their emotions. They tend to put them in a box, put them up on a shelf, seal the box, and hope that they won't come down and fall and make a big mess, which is what happens often when you're under stress, when you're dealing with conflict. So many people compartmentalize their feelings until they can't keep them shelved. And all the boxes come falling down, make a big mess on the floor, and then they have to clean up the mess. People don't like emotions, especially the negative emotions. Unfortunately, I believe that if you want to feel positive emotions fully, then you need to feel the negative emotions as well. I love the movie Inside Out, where this little girl is moving to a new location. And she has 5 different emotions, which are characters in the movie. Throughout the movie, there's 2 emotions that are in conflict with each other. One is joy, and the other is sadness. And throughout the movie, joy wants to get rid of sadness. Joy hates sadness. And by the end of the movie, joy realizes that without sadness, there's no joy. You can't know joy if you don't experience sadness. And that's true of life. We can't fully experience those positive emotions until we have something to compare it with. Now, some people don't like emotions because it makes them feel vulnerable. It makes them feel weak, insecure. They feel out of control when they have emotions. So they want to squelch them. They want to contain them. They want to compartmentalize them. The problem is, when you do that, you disconnect yourself from people. You're more detached when you're not sharing feelings, especially with the people you love, the people you're close to, the people that you trust. If you can't share feelings with them, then your relationship is limited. It's more of a logistical relationship or a roommate type marriage. It's not the same, it's not as deep, it's not as intimate when you can't talk about emotions. The full gamut, the good and the bad, that's what I'm suggesting. So what do we do to be able to talk more openly about our feelings? Because I believe that emotions connect people. When you can talk about emotions and share it, you're going to have a deeper connection, a stronger connection, and a more intimate relationship. So one thing you can do is you can identify your emotions more often, more regularly. You can experience them, you can express them, and then eventually you can close them. But it takes identification first and foremost. So some people are not very good at identifying emotions in themselves or in someone else. They have a low EQ, emotional intelligence. The way to do this, one way to do this that I have identified with my patients is to get a list. And I have a list of about 4 pages of different emotions. So you pick out from that list 5 positive emotions and 5 negative, and you write them down on index cards, and you put them on your nightstand. And when you wake up in the morning, you pull a card, and that's your emotion for the day. Now, let's say you pull angry. It doesn't mean you're supposed to be angry the entire day. It means that that's the emotion you're looking for, either in yourself or someone you encounter. And then at the end of the day, you share it with someone close to you, maybe a significant other. You share the experience, when you felt it, when you saw it, and you try to describe it. It's a way to raise your awareness, to make you more cognizant of the emotions and the feelings that you have, and maybe the feelings of the people around you. That's the hope. It's hopefully an opportunity for you to connect with your significant other on a deeper level, on a more personal level. Sometimes people like to journal and write down their feelings. Maybe they do it on a daily basis. My whole point in this message is that putting emotions in a box is not helpful. Now, are there times where it is helpful? Yes, there are times. If you work as a surgeon and you're in the operating room, emotions may not be your best friend. It may not be a good idea to allow those emotions to bubble up. Or if you're an airline pilot and you're flying a plane and there's a crisis, some sort of emergency, emotions may work against you. And unfortunately, many of these individuals that have jobs that require more analytical, non-emotional states of mind or being, they tend to bring those same personas home, and in their personal lives, in their personal relationships, they also are non-emotional, more logical, rational, analytical, but non-emotional. So even though it works well in one environment for a certain career, it may not work well in their home life, in their personal life. So be aware of that. Be aware of what your persona is at work and what it is at home. And hopefully it's different. Hopefully you're not carrying this persona at work that might be good there, but not so good over here. Emotions are so important in life, and it's so important to be able to acknowledge them, express them, and be able to let them go. To be able to say it and leave it, but to be able to do it in a way that's healthy and constructive. To be respectful, to be kind, to be assertive, but to be able to talk openly about those feelings. Because you will be more connected. You will have a deeper, more intimate relationship if that's what you desire. So get out there and express your emotions in a healthy and constructive way. It will make a difference. Until next time, Dr. Tony Ferretti, signing out.